Your 6-year-old asks where babies come from. You smile. Say something sweet about love and families. Then they hit you with, but how does the baby get in there? Now you're sweating like it's a surprise math test with no calculator. Then, does it hurt? Can I watch? A sweet moment just turned into a full-blown parental crisis. But here's the truth. These brain-melting questions matter. So today, we're unpacking 10 innocent but impossible questions kids ask and how to answer without freaking out. And the last one, it floors every parent. First up, why don't you have a dingly-dangly like daddy? It always starts the same way. You're halfway through bath time or changing clothes, and suddenly your kid gasps like they spotted Bigfoot. Wait, why don't you have a dingly-dangly like daddy? Loud. Proud, full of investigative energy. To them, it's like discovering some people come with spoilers and some don't. And just when you thought you'd survive the question, did yours fall off? Is mine gonna disappear too? Now you're explaining body parts to someone who still thinks stuffed animals have emotions. Keep it simple and calm. Boys and girls have different bodies. That's totally normal. Daddies have penises and mommies have vaginas. Just different parts, and both are okay. And for the falling off panic, nope. Bodies don't lose parts like that. You'll always have the ones you were born with. The real win, your child learns that awkward questions are safe to ask, and grown-ups don't freak out. Where do babies come from? So, you think you're prepared for the question. You've practiced your age-appropriate explanation about love and families, but kids don't stop at the Disney version. To them, it's fascinating. It's like asking how a car fits inside a garage smaller than the car. Here's your golden rule. Biological and boring. The daddy has special cells, and the mommy has special cells. When they combine, they grow into a baby, kind of like planting a seed that grows into a plant. And for the, can I watch moment, it's something adults do in private, like brushing your teeth. No audience required. By the way, Sticko checked the stats, and apparently 97% of you watching haven't hit subscribe yet, which is wild because you've already survived 2 impossible kid questions with me. Hit subscribe and join the tiny club of parents who admit we're all just Googling in the bathroom. Why is that lady so fat? You're in the checkout line. It's been a long day. You just want to buy your frozen peas and go home. Then suddenly, your child points at a pregnant woman and yells, "Mommy, why is that lady so fat?" The woman turns. Your soul leaves your body. You consider faking your own death and starting fresh on Mars with Elon Musk. Here's the thing. Kids don't mean to be rude. They have zero filter and maximum volume. To them, it's not offensive, it's data. Their brains are little pattern spotters, and the moment they see something that doesn't match their usual pattern, bam, they announce it like a sports commentator. Unusual shape, possible baby, initiating public broadcast. Take a breath, smile at the lady, then gently explain to your kid, sometimes people's bodies look different. That's okay. If you're curious, we can talk more about it privately. And if you think that's uncomfortable, wait until they ask about emotions you can't even hide from yourself. Why are you crying? You're trying to hold it together. Bills, bad news, the dog threw up on your laptop. You let out a few quiet tears, and suddenly your child appears like a tiny emotional detective. Why are you crying? The instinct, lie. Just tired, just cutting onions. Mommy's eyes is leaking. But kids can sense adult emotions like little Wi-Fi routers. They pick up every signal. And here's the thing you need to remember. They're learning how to deal with feelings by watching you handle yours. So, tell the truth, the gentle version. I'm feeling a little sad right now. Even grown-ups feel that way sometimes. But I'm okay, and I still love you lots. Then, let them sit with you. Let them see that feelings aren't scary. They're human. Why did Grandpa die? You're at the funeral, or trying to eat soup at a restaurant without crying into it. Then your child casually drops an existential bomb. Why did Grandpa die? To them, it's not grief. It's confusion. He was here, and now he's just not? They want answers, and they want them now. Then comes the follow-up punch. Are you going to die? Am I going to die? Here's how to handle it. Grandpa's body stopped working because he was very old and very sick. When people get very old or very sick, sometimes their bodies can't keep going anymore. And for the fear that you'll vanish too, most people live a very long time, and I plan to be here for many, many years to take care of you. Let them hold your hand. Let them feel safe. Because in a world that makes no sense, you're their anchor. That one stings, but money questions can hit even harder, and they make parents squirm in public. Are we poor? You're standing in Target holding a $40 LOL doll, and your kid, full volume, asks, "Are we poor?" 10 shopping carts freeze. To your child, "We can't afford that" doesn't mean we're budgeting. It means we're one juice box away from living in a box. But they're not asking for a credit score. They're asking, "Are we okay?" So stay calm and grounded. We have everything we need: food, a home, clothes, and love. We just make smart choices about how we spend money. But we always take care of each other. What matters most is that we're safe, loved, and together. What they really want to know is that the answer to "do I have enough" is yes. Why don't you like daddy anymore? It's bedtime. You're tucking them in when suddenly, "Why don't you like daddy anymore?" Ooh, that one lands right in the chest. They're not looking for drama. They're trying to understand why bedtime stories become handovers in the driveway. And here's the gut punch. They think it's their fault. That tantrum they had, that juice spill on your laptop, maybe that's what broke the family. So first, full body reassurance. Sometimes grown-ups realize they can't live together anymore, but that is never, ever because of anything you did. Then anchor their heart. Mommy and daddy both love you completely. That will never change, even if other parts of our family do. They don't need every detail. They just need to know they're still safe, still wanted, still loved. And just when you think you've survived family landmines, they'll throw one at you over breakfast that could spark a whole new debate. Is God real? Your butter and toast, they're sipping cereal. And then, existential landmine. Mom, is God real? Boom. Right between the orange juice and the Weetabix. This is not just a question. It's the question. The one that could spark a family debate, offend grandma, and trigger a full identity crisis before 9 a.m. But your kid isn't trying to start a holy war. They're trying to make sense of a confusing world. Here's your move. Different people believe different things. Some believe God is real. Some aren't sure. And some don't believe at all. Then connect it to your values. In our family, we follow Christianity, but it's okay to have questions. That's how we learn. Invite the conversation, not the conclusion. Because the goal isn't to have all the answers. It's to make sure they know it's okay to ask. But there's one word that turns every parent into a deer in headlights. A word they're guaranteed to hear from playgrounds and movies. So, what's sex? Your kid hears a word on the playground or during a movie and drops it like a bomb at the dinner table. What's sex? Your brain short circuits. They don't want details. They want sense. To them, sex is just another adult mystery word, like mortgage or car insurance. Except this one breaks grown-ups. For age 4 through 6, it's something grown-ups do when they love each other. It's private, like going to the bathroom. For ages 7 through 9, it's how grown-ups can make a baby, and also a way to show love. It's not for kids, and when you're older, we can talk more about it. Keep it calm, keep it short, keep it PG, and please have the talk before the internet does. And if you think that was tough, just wait. The final question is the one no parent can escape, the one that leaves every parent frozen because there is no safe answer. Let's talk about it. Do you love me more than my sister? The nuclear bomb of parenting questions. It's not just, do you love me? It's, do you love me more than the person I'm constantly compared to? They usually ask it after timeout, or after the sibling got the blue sparkly cup they wanted. And the worst part? They say it loud. Loud enough for the sibling to hear. Say yes, you crush one kid. Say no, you crush the other kid. So here's the move. I love you both completely, but differently. You're different people, and that makes you both irreplaceable. Then get specific. I love how curious you are. I love how funny your brother is. You're both amazing in your own way. If you ever freeze, that's a big question. Let me think about it, and we'll talk more tonight. Because when kids ask uncomfortable questions, it's not to test you. It's because they trust you. If you've ever been caught off guard by a question like this, you are not alone. Sticko's been there, sweating, stammering, Googling in the bathroom like it's an Olympic sport. And if my kid ever asks where babies come from again, I'm outsourcing the answer to Alexa. So if your kid hasn't asked these yet, don't worry, they will. The real question is, when it happens, will you panic or will you play it cool?